live. If you got any questions at all, let me know. I am here. I'm just stretching real quick. Give me a second before I sit back down. I'm watching a little YouTube video right now. Market looks stable at the moment. Let me get this out the way. We're doing really nothing. I hope we don't chop for the rest of the session. We will see. Let me get my video out the way here, actually. Let me just close it. I want to watch it still. I don't know if I'm going to be able to trade, though, at the same time. Let me close this door behind me. Yeah. Oh, let's go. I'm excited. Hopefully we find a play during this afternoon session. We might not, but we are just hoping for the best. If you are rewatching this live stream, this is your first live stream you've seen, I normally typically do pull out my journal and I'll write here, explain why I took the trade, why I skipped the trade, and whatnot. All the good stuff. If you do watch these and you can't attend the live stream because like time zones and whatnot, then if you can just comment any questions of anything you're confused about, I will happily reply to your comment. If you are rewatching this live stream and you had the opportunity to show up for the live stream, I highly recommend that you show up just to one of them and ask any questions that you have, just so I can knock them out for you, give you some more direction, and so you can be profitable. As if you do watch them all my live streams, you can see how much free value information that I give. So, like I said, if you are rewatching it, just comment and I'll happily get back to you. I don't want to make you feel like you're left out. So I'm doing this for y'all. And I personally enjoy it too. It's fun. I get to interact with y'all, and I'm not sitting here by myself anymore, staring at the screens as anybody would. Okay, so it seems like we're getting volume now. Hopefully things will pick up after 12:30. We will see. Just be patient. I currently have on the copy trader, I'm only messing with 3 evals and 2 funded. And the 2 funded, one is from Tradeify, it's a 50K account, and then one of the other funded is Apex. It's a 25K account. I'm risking about $500 per trade. My primary focus is just to pass these 3 evals that I have. 2 of them are Bullnox, one of them is Apex. With Apex, you can have up to 20 accounts. Bullnox, you can have up to 11, but you can only trade 3 at a time. And Tradeify, you can have up to 5 accounts. You can trade up to a time. I'm trying to get to 60 by the end of this year. I think I can do it. I'd like 60 or 70. I'm just going to keep on passing them continuously. And that's what you're going to be seeing me do. Just pass. And that's it, yeah. I have an issue right now. I can't trade my Bullnox zones without having Rhythmic open. I had a Bullnox account in the past before that I didn't have to do that. So I don't know why I need to have Rhythmic open. If anyone has a solution to that, that'd be awesome. But I'm pretty sure I can just reach out to support or ChatGPT and figure it out. But Rhythmic is just the connection to the prop firm, like how I'm getting data. Because typically I'm running CQG, which is Tradeivate. And that's just the connection. That's what the connection is called. It's nothing special. If you are familiar with CQG and Rhythmic, you more than likely know that the copy trader that I'm running is off NinjaTrader. There's a Replicanto copy trader and there is a Apex copy trader that Apex created. They both do the same thing. I just have the Apex one because I got it a long time ago, so I'm just using that one. You can only have one Rhythmic account technically connected. You can't have more than multiple Rhythmics technically, just because of NinjaTrader. So if you did want multiple Rhythmics, I recommend Quantower. Quantower has a good copy trader for Rhythmic connections. But I think NinjaTrader is the most, it's just simple. I can use TradingView as my primary, I like the parent account, and then NinjaTrader copies all the rest for me. And all of them are just Trade of 8 accounts. Just Bullnox doesn't offer CQG. I think they only offer Rhythmic. They offer another one, but it's like their own software, their own program, just like how TopStep X has it. So typically, if you do watch the streams, and you've heard me say this before, but typically a zone will get formed right before 12:30, so a play is present. I do see one, but we have been bullish, so it can be counter trend. We also have resistance above that dashed line. It's a higher time frame resistance. I'm just It's just too risky for me to take, but I really do want to take it. I'll be honest. Looking at it now, it looks like volatility has died completely. I'm really hoping we don't just move sideways this entire session. But the afternoon is typically better mentally than the morning, because the morning one, um, I'm like scouring for a play. Afternoon's a lot more relaxed. Also, too, like I'm more awake in the afternoon, so it's just easier. 'Cause there's been times where I've almost fell asleep during the morning session. It's just so boring. But throughout the year, the morning becomes the holy grail, and we can even skip afternoon if we find enough plays in the morning. But it's just December and January, we have bad price action. So typically, we don't get good plays. I've talked about this analogy before, but we're like sitting behind a donut shop, and the donut shop throws away all these donuts. And every time we catch a donut, we're just hoping that it's this golden donut. And we keep trying, we keep trying. We finally catch a golden donut, but then the donut's moldy. So then we're trying again, we're trying again. So the example I'm trying to explain here is that like we're in a trash market, so we're looking for that golden opportunity. And if even if we do find a setup, I sometimes find things that validated, so I have to skip it. It can be extremely frustrating because, like an example, you're showing up to the donut shop, you're pulling up, you're getting out, you're getting ready to catch these donuts, and you're just doing this for an hour. It can be frustrating. So like, if I did catch a moldy donut, I might as well just eat it because I'm not gonna wait for another one. What I'm trying to display is like if I get these plays that are terrible, I'm getting real close. Like my emotions, I'm gonna feel some type of way. So if I skip so many plays, my emotions are gonna feel some type of way. I'm gonna feel eager to take the next play. I'm just gonna want to eat that moldy donut regardless whatever happens, and I take the risk of getting sick or not, like as you would be taking the risk to take a loss or win. These are habits that you do not want to pick up. These aren't habits that you want to repeat. So if you have anything similar to FOMO, eagerness, or pride, ego, frustration, emotional instability, relationship issues, all those things, they can all lightly impact you in your trading. So you can continue to do well and you're okay, but then that week or those few days where you're getting bad donuts by getting a bunch of bad plays, you're invalidating a lot of plays, you might just end up forcing a trade, which you might even size up for, unfortunately, and blow an account. So it's so easy to go down the wrong way or like wrong path because you don't have your psychology in check. But the truth is, you don't have your life in check. I see a bearish play being formed right now that I want to take. I like it. It looks really good. Let me extend this out a bit more. It's right here. We need to keep coming down though for me to be interested in it. I don't think we're going to keep coming down at all. really hope we don't move sideways the entire session. That would suck. I was really dreaming that we were going to go up or down. We might go up. We just might. Let's see. Okay. Let's look at the 15-minute here. See if we have any more resistance. I don't think we do though. What's this up here? This is more proper. It's not really pointless though. Just extend this out. Let's see what I'm seeing here. It's 50%. Okay, so I'm not gonna prioritize this, but I'm gonna keep my eye on it. As much as I don't want to mark it out, it is pretty important because we've been respecting it. We filled it. Yeah, I have to leave it up as much as I don't want to. Because where is that 50%? Yep, it's right here. Okay. Let's go back to the lower time frames. So higher time frame analysis just told me that we are filling 50% of a zone right now, of a higher time frame zone. This play more than likely will deliver. Let's see if we touch 40%. Hold on. I might take it. Honestly, I just might. Yeah, we didn't touch 40. Oh, I like it too. 1, 2. I really like it. I think I'll take the risk on it. Trade. Create new order. Sell. Stop loss is what? Yep. $200. I happily would risk it. That's like nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay. Let's do this. Volume is just completely dead, which is scary because they can just come back and not work in our favor. Okay, so we have 2 orders right now on this zone. If we tap a 3rd time on the zone, I'm taking this order off. It's a big counter trend, but there's a higher time frame zone that we're filling out, so I'm pretty confident we can fill the zone out and reject. Let's see, and if we take a loss, we take a $200 loss. It's literally nothing. Make this more precise here. Okay, make this more precise here. Nice. Let's hope that we get filled. Peter! I love seeing ya. I'm going to attempt going for my NNT plus strategy here. It's if we can get what we want. We seem pretty bullish, so this can be very counter trend. But we're in the middle of a 15-minute higher time frame zone. So we're in a 15-minute high time frame zone right now, and I'm pretty sure we're going to switch to bearish after we fill the zone out. So I'm taking a gamble, and I'm only risking about 230. Let me connect my swing here. So if it taps again, oh, that is a 3rd tap. Okay, if it breaks this eternal swing, I have to take the order off because 3 taps I'm out. And then where are they at? They'd be right here. So right here. Okay, so if it breaks this low right here, where this line is at, I have to take it off, which would really suck. Because I want to take this play. Come on, don't break it, don't break it, please. It might break it. Ah, let's see, it's trying. I'll explain So basically, yeah, okay, that sucks. I'll just take this order off. I don't take plays with more than 3 taps after standard deviation. Let's double check. Standard deviation is that. So we got 1 tap, 2 tap. These taps didn't count. We got 2 taps, so it's still okay. But for me, let's see. Well, maybe so's wrong. I might still be able to take it then. Oh man, it's already dumping too. I might still take it then. I thought it had 3 taps, but it didn't. Well, not just yet. Do I see another play here? Oh, I don't want to take a zone within a zone, but there's a play right here. Okay, so I'll put my order back on. Order submitted. But I doubt we're even come back up at this point. I might just take it off again too. I like being indecisive, because I'm always saving myself. Yeah, I'm not even come back at all. Wow, wow. I see a zone within a zone, which I'm afraid to take. Make it a different color here. I do like this though. I like this play better than the bigger zone I'm trying to take. Because we're standard deviation. Standard deviation. Oh man, I really like this a lot. I might just end up taking this one instead. Let's see how we react to this green zone first. It's huge. Is there a smaller one? Oh, yep, and we're respecting it too. Okay. Well, this is so risky. I'm not sure about it yet. I want like a strong reaction to it, then I'll be interested. Let me put my fibs too. So get rid of this here. Okay, I'm liking this bigger zone a lot more than this zone below, but we'll see. Just gonna be patient. Except Peter, I would like it if y'all three said hi or something, so I know who's here. It'll annoy me like I don't say nothing at all. Just be like, just put good morning or good afternoon or whatever time zone it is for you. Just something. I like to see who shows up consistently. Okay, I'm liking this play more and more. This play is a lot more riskier than the one above because our stop loss is in the zone. So we can come up to come fill this zone out and hitting our stop loss. So I really would only want to take this if we get a strong reaction. I'm not sure. Okay. Okay. I like it. I like it. That's what I was just crying for. The strong reaction. Okay. Oh, I might take the risk on it then. Yay. $200 for... Okay. Super strong reaction. I like it a lot. I want to take this now. So I don't normally take these zones that I'm taking right now. I'm really only taking this because it's still sweeping everything on the left. It's the highest tap. And I don't think that we're going to continue going up. I think we're going to use this zone to continue moving down. So I will take it. I just need to connect my eternal swing. You don't even know how to nollie shove. Oh, you're hilarious, Gabriel. That's really what you said. I was like, what are you talking about? Uh, if you have any questions, Gabriel, what we're doing is just so easy. We're looking for this pattern again and again. And that's it. I don't use any indicators or anything else. My charts might look crazy right now, but it's just a bunch of drawings. You're funny. It's like, Nelly, show. What are you talking about? But I understand now. I'm also ready for a loss too. So if we take a loss, we take a loss. But I'm risking 200 to make around like 500 or 600. So if you are not familiar with what I'm doing or what's on the right side of my screens, I'm just looking for this pattern continuously. It's called NNT. I'm always just looking for this pattern. I have this pattern marked out, and I'm betting if we're going to go up or down inside this pattern. So this pattern tells me where to put a zone at. So I put a square in this pattern on this right side, and then I can put an order right in the middle and take a bet if we're going to go up or down. So if it goes up, I lose. If it goes down, I make money. This is all I'm doing. So I'm just betting up or down, and I have a pattern that tells me where to bet at. So yeah, everything looks all a mess and complicated right now. But I promise you, it's really simple. These candles that you're looking at too, going up and down, these black and white ones, it's just buyers and sellers fighting. We're just watching people press the buy and sell button. People are very predictable, so that makes these candles very predictable. And all I need to do is just figure out where direction is going. So if we're going up or down, if we're going down, I'll look for my pattern to the downside. If we're going up, I'll look for my pattern to the upside. And those patterns tell me which way to gamble. So if we're going up, I can gamble up. If we're going down, I gamble down. And I average such a high win rate, and I win so often because I'm so selective. So I have many reasons why to take my orders off, many reasons why to skip a play. So when I do find those plays, they're typically grade A plays, like they're A++, and I gamble on those A++ plays. And the difference between risking $10 and $1 million is 2 buttons. So the P&L, so all the money is just bullshit. All that matters is the skill, and that we focus on finding our setup. And the setup being NNT. I'm more than likely just going to pass on this play right now. If we break this green zone below and have a 1 minute body close on the top left, I have the 1 minute time frame. Then I might consider taking this trade again. But right now, I think I'm going to pass on it. I don't like how we're floating. We haven't mitigated this green zone below. So I'm going to pass. What you're looking at right now is a 5-second time frame. Every candle is being formed every 5 seconds. On the top left is a 1 minute time frame. Every candle is being formed every 1 minute. The top right is a 15-minute time frame. You guessed it. If you really try to guess, every 15 minutes, a candle is formed. It's super, super, super easy. So I use the 15-minute and the 1 minute to look for these patterns, this pattern that I'm using. And I can mark these patterns out. So when we enter on the lower time frames, I can gauge direction. So I know if we're going up or down. And obviously repetition is key. So I do this so often, so much, I get so good at it. So you don't need to be a genius to do this. So I want this play. I want this play a lot. I want to take this one. I cannot take it until we get a 1 minute body close over this green zone, confirming bearish, which will be the body and the wicks. So I should see this exactly on the top left. So I should see a 1 minute body candle close outside of this green zone. This green zone is what is holding us bullish still. Bullish means going up like a bull. Bearish means going down like a bear. So how do I go about getting the same setup? So all we're looking for is this pattern. I can turn, so this candle is right here. I can turn it into a line. So it's just a line now, just like my drawing. I look for this pattern continuously. I can just show you one right now. Let me get rid of this. So price comes up, comes down, comes up, comes down, just like this. You see the sweep here, the sweep right here. That swing high, that swing high, that swing low, that swing low. So I make the square, just like I did on this example. We then want a tap on the zone. We want to tap. Then we want a break of structure, coming down, breaking that swing low, coming down, breaking the swing low. We have all our checklists. Then we would gamble. We would put money at 50%. So I have this thingy. Let me show you. Yeah, I'll explain more in a second. I just press trade right here, create new order, and I can gamble. So we enter at 50%, and now we take profit on the bottom, and then we put our stop loss above. So if we go straight up, we hit our stop loss. If we come up and then come back down, we hit our take profits. Well, when it starts floating, yes and no. I'm using a lot of these zones to determine direction. So if we are going up, it doesn't make sense for me to take a trade that's trying to catch you going down. I want a trade that's with the trend, which what direction we're going with. So like right now, we're still pretty bullish, like we're still moving up, and I'm trying to take a trade to the downside right now. So I cannot confirm a downtrend trade until we break the zone that's holding us up. So on the top left right here, this 1 minute, you see this green zone that's holding us up. Let's continue, and we're going up more and more and more. I cannot confirm that we're going to come down just yet until we break below it. So trying to take this trade right here, we're going to bounce off this green zone and keep going all the way up, hitting our stop loss on this trade that I'm trying to avoid. So that's why I want that close below it. Then when we come back up, I can go for the gamble. I'm just trying to gauge direction. I'm doing something called prop firms. They give you a test to take. If you make X amount of money during this test, they then give you money to trade with. So typically people get the 50K or 25K accounts to take the test on. You are given about $1,500 or $2,000 to trade with. That's what I'm doing on these live streams. So I'm risking about $500 to make around $1,000, and I'm passing these accounts within 1 to 3 trades. I get funded, and then I connect it to a copy trader. So then if I make $100 times that by 5 accounts, I made $500. Times that by 10 accounts, 20 accounts, and so on. My goal for right now is I want to get to 60 or 70 accounts. And yeah, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm just passing these accounts again and again, and I'm just trying to grow my capital. So I like the reaction to the zone. I just do not like how we fully respected this green zone below, respecting it. We also have London, this green zone below also. It's the high and low from 3 to 8 o'clock that I normally mark out. That high and low has strong resistance. So it was in the zone. I want to take this, but it's just so reckless if I do. It's just so it's so bullish right now. So this is a bearish play. We are respecting the zone a lot though. I want to take it just because how much we're respecting it. Let's get rid of this. So I might just take it right now. Let me move this drawing out the way. Oh man, I love that. I love that reaction. Oh, I have to take it. Okay, I'm sold. I'm fiending for it. Okay, let's put this here. Let's put another one here. Create new order. Put this in the middle. So I love seeing these sexy reactions to the zone. If it there's another tap, then I have to take it off. I can't take it the trade if it taps again, because 3 taps we skipped the play. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure everything is set here. Okay. Let me adjust everything real quick. Okay, everything looks good so far. So we're risking only about 180, like $200 to make 6 or 7. That's if we even come back up. If we tap a 3rd time and break that eternal swing, I'll mark out where the eternal swing is at, then I'll pass on this play. You're a genius. You're funny. I'm just doing the same thing again and again. Just like showing up to basketball practice early, leaving late, and then I'm being the coach also, like I'm teaching people. And then I'm performing, so like I'm in the game. So of course I'm going to be good. If you did exactly what I was doing, you would be just as good as I am. We're just doing the same thing again and again and again. It's just repetition. So the bare bones is we're just trying to gauge direction. We're seeing how we react to these zones, and then taking the gamble. a lot of people say too that trading or isn't gambling. Trading is gambling. Like I promise you, full 1000% gambling. We just have an edge because we're very selective. We're smart with our decisions, and we're okay with taking a loss. Like if I take a loss right here, it's $200. Like I'm not gonna be upset. If we come out this zone right now and break this eternal swing, which is right here, I'm taking my order off. I got to move my TPs a lot closer now because of that eternal swing. Come on, you gonna fill us or no? We're gonna get filled here or not? Okay, we're filled. Looks like my stop's gonna get hit. It doesn't look like taper off is gonna get hit here. There's a lot of strength to the upside. Where is the... Oh, it's in here, isn't it? Oh, there it is. Okay, and we just sit and wait now. Best case scenario, we make a bunch of money. Worst case scenario, we lose 200 bucks. There's this thin white line on my charts. It's the 21 EMA. We're above it, which is a bit scary. I want to get below it already. If we get below it, things will start to look a lot better. It looks like it wants to get below it. If y'all can see right here on the bottom left, you can see how much I'm up or losing. So like all the counts right now are like up 120-ish. So look, the 1-to-1 looks like it got delivered, but my stop might get hit. On these higher RR plays, we typically do get a pullback before getting our TP. So it can be a bit scary. But I'm just going to sit on my hands and be patient. It'd be pretty cool to see the loss on all the accounts. Because it'll be like a grand, I think. Because they had 2 times 5. So we're crossing our fingers hoping that we dump from here. Because we typically do get that pullback before hitting our higher RR. I don't like how we're swimming. It's scary. It's like we're accumulating before we go back up. Come on, drop already. You're trying to drive me crazy. Drop, 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 drop. I think we're up like only like 160 right now. I personally want to close this trade just because we're accumulating so much. But I'll be patient. I understand my risk. Like I know what I signed up for. Just gonna stick with the plan. Hopefully first DP gets hit. Come on. It's pretty crazy seeing all those accounts on the screen now. So I try to keep it out of my face. I think the issue before I couldn't see my P&L, I kept touching my stop loss. But like I know better not to. So the eternal swing got tapped, which is scary to see. But we're still under the 9 EMA, or the 21 EMA, so it's pretty good still. Pretty sure our first TP is going to get hit here. I'm pretty confident our second one's going to get hit also. I'm going to use the restroom real quick. Whatever happens, happens, so I'll be right back. Oh, that sucks. My TP was one tick away. That's crazy. Did I not place it correctly? Let's see here. Nah, yeah, it was just one tick away. Ooh, that sucks. I'll leave it back down there. Let's see what happens. No! The stop's gonna get hit. We just sit and stare. One minute candles look good. Come on. I know you want to dump. Just dump already. I need to learn all the terms. In the course, I talk about that, like all the basic terms. I don't know what words I've said that you didn't understand, but if you ever like to ask, I'll just tell you. The market really only does two things: accumulates or displacement. Accumulates means chopping like a barcode, like right now what we're looking at, it's just going left to right, not going anywhere at all, just accumulating. Barcoding, chopping, it's all the same word. And displacement is when you see a big move happen and like big candles. That's all it does. Accumulates, displacement, again and again and again. It's like right now we're accumulating. We're gonna displace one direction very soon. We're gonna go all the way up or all the way down. I hope we come down so my take profits can get hit. If we go up, my stop losses are gonna get hit. I'm afraid that we're gonna go up because I'm getting a lot of indication now that we're gonna keep going up. But yeah, bearish is down, bullish is up. That sucks how close my take profit was. I wish you could just fast forward through this. It does not look like this stuff's going to hold anymore because we have a lot of strength to the upside now. Which is unfortunate. The 1-to-1 got hit, and that's what I teach. So that's good. Oh, that's scary. It's a lot of strength. My stop loss is going to get smacked right now. That's cool. That's a thumbnail screenshot, though, with all the losses. I should screenshot that before, just in case my take profit gets hit. Come on. And more likely it's going to fill the zone above than dump. So it looks like it wants to do. Yeah, so it's like a pullback before entering the bigger zone. I don't see anything else. Just sitting in this. It would have been smarter to go for the one-to-one since we were chopping so much right here. That scared me. I didn't like that. To me, that was telling me that we're accumulating orders. Our stop is more than likely going to get hit here because we're just swimming above it. And we want to. It seems like this is going to happen. We're going to enter here, then come back down. Oh, this is a good screenshot. Let me screenshot that. So we only lost like 200 bucks. It's really nothing. Let's see. I might take this one above still, because I like this. I don't like taking first flips. 1, 2, 3. Here, I might take this. Hold on. Take profit, stop loss. Trade, create no order, take profit, stop loss. Let's get rid of this one here. If it breaks this eternal swing, then I can't take it. Okay, here. Which we more than likely will. Oh, never mind. That sucks. What's the next? Okay. This zone above obviously was being respected. That was my fear, taking the trade I wanted to take. I don't like taking zones on top of other zones. I shouldn't have tried going for higher RR, given that was the case. That was a mistake on me. Let me write it down. Oh, you know what I need to do is I need to take a picture of the trade so I can put in the journal. Almost forgot that. Bad habit. I like it when we take losses on here because it makes me seem more human. Okay. Let's mark this out. Okay. Sorry, I'm drawing everything out real quick. See what I didn't like, what I did like. Didn't like the zone above and how we were chopping. We document and we move on. Okay. Let's make this red. So this zone is clearly still being respected, the one that we were trying to trade. You just wait this out. How long have you been doing this for? On and off for like 4 years, and then for 2 years I like really focused on this, and then about a year I like focused on my strategy only, and then 40 days on the live stream and mentorship stuff. So I've just been doing this for a very long time. I've been watching this future exactly, like this ticker NQ every day since last year October. So like 2023 October. So yeah, like that's basically it. One of my rules too is I don't like taking zones on top of other zones, and that's what I did right now. So I normally do have a lot of things to avoid losses and be more selective and whatnot. But I can be a bit reckless because we only risk $200. So we still see nothing. We've just been ranging, slowly moving up. There's nothing like that's clean and bullish. Hopefully we find a play the last 20 minutes for this afternoon session. Sometimes we will. So I like this play above, but there's too many taps after standard deviation. Yeah, I don't think I can take it. If we bust through it, I can look for a bullish trade. For a long period of time, like almost a full 5 years, I ran in circles, confused and lost. Like was never like fully taking this serious. 'Cause, like I thought I knew what I was doing, but I never really did. But this has also like been my life, like my number one goal. Because I was also in school, and then I dropped out. I was buying selling cars for a long time. I had a dealership, and then I was like trying to figure out trading while all this was happening, and like even during COVID too. Like I was still trying, but like, I didn't know what I was doing. And then like real recently, I was like, okay, I really need to pay attention, like focus on what I need to do. And the secret is, I just need to focus on one model, one setup, and then that's it. So like I have my rules to avoid my losses. I have like mentality and psychology to avoid like right now in the situation where I took a trade against my rules. Typically, that happened. I wouldn't do that if I was only trading my funded accounts. I wouldn't do that if I was only trading my lines. But I'm trading combines. I could be a bit more reckless, which is a bad habit. I shouldn't be doing regardless. But I have like the ability to do this and take these losses and be okay. Because typically, what people do is they'll come in and they don't really know what they're doing. They're taking losses. They can't handle these losses. They get these wins. They're getting all these dopamine hits. Then they come to trading hoping to get like dopamine spikes, which is so common. So it's like I feel like I've really honed everything down, especially for like people who don't have ADHD. I just make things as simple as they possibly could be, because I know all these other strategies make everything so complicated. Or like I don't know if you've ever heard of ICT. He has a bunch of models and like everything's on YouTube, but you have to go through like hours and hours and hours of content and like to really understand like what he's trying to put down. I like how I've made things so simple. This sucks. I'm seeing nothing. That's frustrating that we got wicked out, but our two take profits still got hit. It happens. I like the screenshot I got out of this live stream though. The freaking all the reds. I love starting that off. Bob, hey there. Couldn't come earlier. Was together with the family. Bob, dude, you missed nothing. In the morning, it was. Thanks for coming, by the way. In the morning was so boring. We were just moving sideways, and then for this afternoon, I had a low quality play. I don't like taking zones on top of other zones. I did it regardless. I only risked $200, and then on all five accounts, we lost $200. So it's like a grand or something. But yeah, one trade can make all that and more. So I'm not really worried about it. I would. I'm trying to risk $500 per trade. So if I did have the opportunity to risk $500, I would have done that, and I would have lost $500 on all the accounts. Hmm. I'm looking for something else. Hopefully, we find another setup these last 15 minutes. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we don't. I'll just be ready for it. Typically, too, I don't like waiting after 1:30 Central Time for a play. So if a play does happen, I more likely won't wait for it. Hopefully, in the day green. We'll see. I won't take more than 3 trades a day or 2 losses. So if it's another loss, then I just can't take another trade. But the day's gonna end in 15 minutes. This is sexy. I like this. This is what I wanted earlier. Come on, brother. Give me something. Sometimes when we break these zones, we'll pull back a bit and it'll give me my setup. Ooh, volatility's coming in. I don't like that. Ooh, that's sus. Volatility just means the speed of the candles, basically meaning volume. So when I start seeing these candles spawn in and these big candles just come out of nowhere, volatility is a little unstable. It's kind of scary to trade these times. So we got no other. Yeah, we got nothing else. Just resistance. There's this. I'll make it bigger. Let's see how we react to that. Okay. Please give me something. Please. Give me a trade, please. What was the loss you took? A plus setup? You take just good setups as well. Yeah, I shouldn't even haven't even taken the B minus setup I just took. It wasn't an A plus plus plus. It was a zone on top of another zone. I think I was just like easy and impatient, but it was doing everything I wanted to. It just was on top of another zone, which was scary. I don't like taking trades with zones on top of other zones because I can show you an example here. I'll make it okay. Look at this red zone, and then this red zone. So like if I was trying to take this trade, I was afraid that my stop loss would get hit up here because this is another zone above. And that's exactly what happened. Price came up, filled the other zone, ignoring the zone that I was trying to trade, and then came back down and hit both my take profits. And I was planning on risking 500. I just wasn't able to. So I would have had a $500 loss. I enjoy taking losses though. It reminds me that I'm human still. It helps me like sit straight back up and lock in. I know y'all see me take all these wins back to back. So I see another setup being formed right now. Hopefully it plays out. I love to take it if it did. Ooh, ooh, it's looking sexy. Oh, there's no tap though. It's right here. Just no tap on the zone. I got real lucky though on this trade that I took a loss on. It was $200, but not 500. So if we tap this zone, I'm gonna take it. Like I want this. I love these zones where we switch to bearish to bullish or bullish to bearish. They typically always play out, and I can normally go for higher RR on these also. But we just need to push up a bit, which I think we'll do. There is a bigger zone, but there's no proper sweep. Technically there is. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. Let's draw this out first. Then let's move this to here. If I get what I want out of these candles right now, I'll take this trade. Okay. I think the tap was too deep. Wow, wow. Okay, this resistance line is holding a lot stronger than I thought I was going to do. Let's see. This sucks. Come on. Would you say when price flips from bullish to bearish or vice versa, it's a high probability setup? 1,000%. Like right now, if we dump, I want this play. Like I'm gonna take it because we're switching to bearish, so we come back up. And if you even look right here too, all these orders are sitting right here. I don't know if you're familiar with ICT and its FVGs, the fair value gaps. Basically, just saying that there's orders sitting in this 50% area. So what we're doing is we dump, we get a resistance, then we dump again, then we come back to go fill all those orders before we continue the trend. So, but I need us to reach standard deviation, and I'm afraid we might not. We might just fill this and then come back down. Yeah. So all those orders are being filled right now. I'll make this zone invalid. That sucks. So yeah, see how it got to 40%, filled all those orders, and then dumped. So take profit got hit immediately. I can't take it now, which sucks because the zone got mitigated. But if it played out more perfectly, that would be a higher probability setup, and you can go for a higher RR. But it didn't even reach standard deviation, so I can't take it. Makes me want to pull my hair out. Do I see anything else here? No. I do not. Yeah, so I think the bearish trend's going to just continue after this. We're just going to keep dumping. So this play still played out, did what we wanted. It just didn't happen the way I wanted it to and not perfectly. So like I can't take it. That's not my A++. But the pattern still happened, just happened in the wrong ways. Because you already see it. It's going to just free fall down. Yeah, there's no resistance either. Well, there's some resistance right here. But I doubt it's going to do anything. Pretty sure it's going to bust right through it. Yeah, TP's at 50% of this orange zone too. Pretty interesting. Oh. So I see something. The zone above is mitigated, so it's invalid. This is good still. Nope, it's not. Never mind. Let's just go into the zone. Yeah, never mind. Jeez Louise, come on. It's one of those days. It's been bad price action this morning, this evening. I could have avoided the loss also. Let's see. Mentorship chat. Let me go check right now. Don't gotta tell me twice. Let me see. Interesting. So for the best setups, example, prices in a clear downtrend. Let me see. Let me go to the mentorship chat. Wait, are you in the mentorship, Bob? You got me confused. Far left open. Oh yeah. So for the best setups, example, prices in clear downtrend, then we close below another bullish zone, then we were left with a clean bearish zone. Should prefer type this. Okay, so what you said is correct. Which more of, if you've gone through the course, I'm redoing it again so it can be even better and easier to understand. All you got to do is just gauge direction the most possible way you can by creating these zones, having my fib lines, the London high and low, your zones in the range. You have all these things to tell you if we're going up or down on the 5-second time frame. So all you're doing is just following the NNT pattern if we are bearish or bullish. So after you get good at knowing direction, which you will when you start submitting your backtest, just like if you look at Peter's submissions, he's getting better. And if you look at the beginning, he sucked. He was trash. Now he's getting so much better. Same thing with Adrian. He sucked. He was trash. And in like 15 days, he's already gauging market direction. So after you get good at gauging market direction, you can then know when to take the NNT pattern up or down. And then when you get really good at understanding market direction, you then can go for NNT plus, which is higher RR. So instead of doing 1-to-1, you're averaging 1-for-5 or 1-to-6 and so on. So as you can see, we obviously switched bullish here. Our play got delivered. Everything happened. But they're still just ranging. Yeah, we're back into the range. It's tough. So these days where we have bad price action, You just want to be super selective. So if I stuck to my rules still, I wouldn't have taken this loss. I would haven't taken any trades today. I've just been so selective. But it's just bad price action. If you backtest December or early January, you're gonna get days like this consistently. But it's good though because you can practice like when to sit on your hands and when to avoid those losses. And the whole like switching to bullish to bearish like right after a trend or zone, like what I was just talking about. If you do watch the lives, you'll see me take those plays, and I typically do mention it again and again. So I mention that same scenario when I come across it again, and which I typically do. So you get a clear understanding of like what I'm looking at, why I'm saying this, and then when you start backtesting and you start doing it, you will easily everything will click. You'll be like, oh, it's like I said earlier. I don't know if you heard me. We're watching people trade. People are pressing buy and sell, and people are predictable, which makes the candles predictable. What would indicate bad price action to you? Too much ranging, sideways price? Perfect. You're correct. Also, when I am struggling to gauge direction, like if I can't tell which direction we're going, that typically happens because the previous price action on the higher time frame was too choppy. So like, since you are watching the course, you're gonna understand, and I'm gonna redo it too. So I hope you rewatch it again. You're gonna understand that these higher time frame zones, we're just looking for the NNT pattern, but we're all we care about is the sweep and the swing high, swing low. Sometimes not even the sweep, just a strong zone that's been respected. So I mark out these 15-minute zones, and sometimes the range is too tight, and we're respecting these zones so much that we're just ranging and doing nothing. So I was able to gauge that before the session even started because I was marking out these higher time frame zones. And the more you mark out these higher time frame zones, or just zones in general, you get to know what zones work out more than others. Because the pattern always happens, it just happens in the wrong ways. Like I can show you this pattern right here. The tap still happened, but you can't see it correctly because it happened in the wrong way. So let me show you. Bullish example. Bullish trade right here. We get the sweep right here, the sweep. So the swing high, the swing low, swing high, swing low. Then we need the tap. You see no tap right here. But if you look really close, a small swing happened before we exited. That's telling me that a tap happened. So the tap still did happen. It just happened in the wrong way. So I can't take the trade, but I can leave the zone marked out for direction, which we then will respect the zone, maybe use the zone, hold the zone and keep going up, and so on. So whatever it does here, it does the same thing on the higher time frame. So I mark out the same zones and the same principles on the higher time frame. So I show the 15-minute right here. You can see we're just swimming in this 15-minute zone. Let me get this out the way here too. So this 15-minute zone, the swing high, the swing low, make our square. We've been respecting it, filling 50%, take profit, swimming again. But if we look over here again on the 15-minute, we have a bigger zone. Swing high, swing low, and there's that bigger zone, the 15-minute one, this pink giant zone. We're in it still. We're respecting 50%. So when I have all this chop on the higher time frames, that tells me that the day is not going to be good. Oh yeah, let me get rid of this. So look, you see how we're respecting this zone right now? The pattern still happened, it just happened the wrong way. Okay. I might just hop off now. Everything's been trash. We're in the hold on. Let me answer you first before I hop off. So let's say we have a clear trend from the 50% of the outside of the zone. The zone is valid. But if we break before breaking out the zone, it's an invalid zone. Yes, so the zone this is a good example right here. I think I'm answering your question. If you get a body closed outside the zone, like this black candle, the body closed outside of it, the zone has already been made. So this white candle goes back into it, and when it comes back up and fills us. at 50%, then it comes back out. The zone is now mitigated and it's no longer useful. But on the higher time frames and even on the lower time frames, we tend to come back to these zones and respect them again and again and again and again and keep respecting them. So the more respected, the more precise it is, these taps are, I leave the zone on. So like this example here, I'm leaving the zone open because look how much we respected it, even though it did get mitigated, and I'm going to leave it up. So if we continue down, I can use the zone indication that we're bearish. So if we break the zone and come up, get that 1 minute body close, I can then find that bullish play going up, and then I get a trade with the trend. So yes, the body close outside the zone, comes back to 50%, and then mitigates it. Mitigating means that the zone's been filled already. You'd also see too, like if we create a zone like this using our main, we come and fill 40%. You sometimes see that the price just drops immediately from 40%. That's indicating that the orders got filled at 50%. So the zone is now mitigated and no longer tradable because all those orders got filled already. And the whole idea of the strategy is that orders are sitting at 50%. So we put our order with those orders and we're hoping for the reaction. So like right here, the play still happened. It's coming in, it's filling 50%. It's trying to go up, but it's struggling. I can use this if I wanted to gauge direction. Like, hey, if we close below this with the 1 minute body candle, then I'll take bearish trades and so on. You just gotta find out what zones hold the most and what zones are the strongest. But it gets easier with repetition. Definitely rewatch this stream. Thanks for absolutely, of course. I love teaching. I love doing this. I'm gonna redo the course, so hopefully you won't have questions. But if you do the course and you have any questions at all, just ask me in the mentorship chat, and I'll tell you almost immediately. My biggest concern though is all I want is for you to blow to this course already so you can start backtesting. When you start backtesting and taking action, everything becomes easier. And you don't need to backtest that much. You can backtest 3 times a week and spend 30 minutes a time backtesting, only doing it 3 times a week. You'll be way more ahead than anybody else. If you want to send 3 backtests a day, you will blow it out the water. And in 2 weeks, you'll master the strategy and almost everything if you just submit 3 backtests a day because I'm critiquing your trades and telling you how to do things better. Okay, I'm going to hop off now. Thank you so much for talking to me. Thank you, Gabriel, if you're still here. Thank you, Bob. And as always, thank you, Peter. I love that you show up. All right, I'm hopping off now. And yeah, thank you once again. If you have any questions at all, ask me in the chat, ask me in the Discord, or on my social medias. Okay, and that's it. I'm hopping off. And we're in the day. Let me just finish the journal. Might as well just do it. P&L, it was -1R. We risked per trade. We risked about 4 contracts. I'll just say 2 contracts. My managed DD, my managed drawdown. Yes, I did. My mentality, laziness, a little bit of pride. Equal in the session, both trades. 1. Zone on top of other zone. Zone on top. Then let's leave a notes for myself. Took a trade with a zone on top. Okay, and then let me submit this to the mentorship chat so they can study this if they want to. Here we go. Let's open the mentorship chat real quick. Wow. The journal. Let's go to the NNT journal. Here it is. Paste it. Now let's paste this screenshot real quick. I know I said I was going to ditch y'all, but I'm over here documenting this. I'm sorry. I'm almost done. My gallery. I love that y'all told me bye though. It's fun. Okay. Oops. I'm just trying to drag this picture here. Okay. Let's just copy this actually. Copy. Paste it. Nice. Copy. Paste. And then let me connect the stream to it so y'all can look at it. And then I'm done. Boom. There's a stream with my journal. And then if you want to look at the trade and whatnot. Okay, let's close the journal now. Yippee! All right, I'm now hopping off finally. Okay, to my 2 fans, I love y'all. Thank y'all. All right, I'm hopping off now. Thank y'all so much. I just don't want to let you go. All right, T2YL.